As Saint Gerasimus was walking along the banks of the river Jordan, a terrifying-looking lion suddenly appeared before him, howling with pain, and held out its swollen paw for him to see. A thorn from a reed had embedded itself in it. Full of the same compassion that God feels towards all his creatures, Gerasimus drew out the thorn, cleaned the wound, and sent the beast away. The lion, however, full of gratitude, did not wish ever again to leave the man of God. It would follow him everywhere like an exemplary disciple. Converted from its natural ferocity, it henceforth ate only bread and vegetables. It even received an obedience, the task of leading the monastery donkey to the banks of the river to graze. One day, the donkey, having escaped the surveillance of the lion, wandered away and was caught by the camel herders who used to come from Arabia. The lion returned to the monastery in great sadness, its head hanging low. Saint Gerasimus, thinking that it had eaten the donkey, severely reprimanded it and ordered it henceforth to carry out the beast of burden's work of bringing water from the river to the monastery. After some time, the camel herder who had stolen the donkey passed by again on one of his journeys, and by chance found himself face to face with the lion. The lion, recognizing the donkey, immediately threw itself upon the beast, and taking it by the bridle, along with 3 camels in tow, joyfully led it back to the monastery of Abba Gerasimus, waving its tail with happiness. Its innocence having been thus recognized, the lion, who had received the name of Jordan, remained permanently in the Lavra, and was inseparable from the saint and a friend of all the monks. At the end of 5 years, when Saint Gerasimus fell asleep in the Lord, Jordan was absent from the monastery. When, on its return, the monks told the lion of the elder's death, it refused to eat, and wandering aimlessly to and fro, let out great roars of despair. As the monks could not succeed in consoling it, one of them invited the lion to follow him to see the place where they had buried the saint. Approaching the grave, the lion immediately prostrated itself along with the monk, and violently beating its head against the ground, died there and then, giving a last great roar. John Moscus, who has given us an account of this episode, concludes by saying, "All this happened not so that we should attribute a reasonable soul to the lion, but because God wanted to glorify those who glorify him, not only during their life, but also after their death, and to show that wild beasts were subject to Adam before he transgressed his commandment and was thrown out of the paradise of delights.